When Lauran Glover first saw the United States Army drill team perform, she didn't know much about the unit, but it wasn't long before Lauran was all in.
I instantly became a fan. To see the precision, to see the hard work and dedication that they put in and what their shows look like. Every time I had an opportunity to watch them rehearse or practice, I was there.
But Lauran had to put her admiration for the group on hold when she became the drill team commander.
Today, the drill team is led by our first female drill commander, First Lieutenant Lauran Glover of Columbus, Ohio.
You have to have that leader face. You have to make sure that they don't know that you think that they're that cool, because then you lose their respect a little bit. I mean, they knew that I thought that they were awesome, and I think they appreciated that, but they also knew that I wanted to take them to the next level and I wanted to achieve the missions we had set forth, and they knew I was behind them 110%.
She says even with all the practicing, being the drill team commander was both unique and fun, and has taken Lauran all across the country, providing some unique opportunities.
We performed for Cleveland Cavaliers halftime game, the New Orleans Pelicans halftime game. We went up to New York with Spirit of America, a show that Fort Myers puts on. So we got to go to a few pretty cool places.
The team performs with 1903 Springfield rifles with bayonets. And if you're the commander, standing in the middle of a group of soldiers tossing these weapons into the air can create some pretty hairy moments.
During actual performances, you never know. Is the floor split? The guy's shoes, are they going to have the traction they need? To do a throw and catch, if they overshoot it, it could come at me. On one of the hat band drills, unfortunately, one of my guys slipped a little bit. The hat band, it's when they have all their bayonets are faced at my hat brim, and he slipped. As he brought his bayonet up towards my face, he slipped, and it went into my shoulder. It didn't break skin, but it hurt really bad.
Lauran, who is now a captain, says for the year and a half she was the team's leader, the hardest part was the isolation.
I was ostracized. Initially, it was supposed to be a very small thing, but word got out and it got bigger. And obviously, I wanted it to get bigger because I wanted the team to reach those levels and those heights that they had previously and go even higher. And if I can use this new niche that I had brought to the team, I was going to. But in doing that, not everybody was happy with it. I did see things said about me or written about me that I didn't really appreciate. So I spent a lot of time on my own, which took its toll. But I did have a good support system in my husband and my family and my friends.
The encouragement also came in unexpected ways, like from fans.
This older woman got this huge smile on her face, and she reached in for a hug, so I hugged her. She held on to me, and she whispered in my ear, "This is why we sat." And I'm assuming it was referring to the civil rights movement sitting in on buses. And something that I subscribe to is the quote, "I am my ancestors' wildest dream." And so for her to say that to me made my struggle worth it. It made me feel like I was doing something that was truly good, and that her being proud of me, it makes everything that I had gone through and I still kind of go through, it makes it worth it. And it just means more than I think she'll ever know.
But even with the struggle, her advice to others is to go for it.
When I saw the team and initially was interested in leading them, I didn't have a whole lot of confidence in me being able to do it, and I didn't ask immediately. I sat on it, and when I talked to my husband about it, I said, "Well, I don't know, they probably wouldn't pick me anyway." And I wrote myself off. And he said, "Make them tell you no." He said, "If you don't ever ask and you don't ever try, how do you know you wouldn't be successful?"
Needless to say, she's glad she did. Lauran is currently studying psychology in Washington, D.C., on her way to fulfilling her dream of becoming a psychologist for the Army. But she'll pause from her studies and come to Norfolk next week to be one of the women recognized during this year's Virginia International Tattoo. For Another View, I'm Lisa Godley.